Hello and welcome to another game on the Gauntlet. Tonight I'm joined with some wonderful players and we're going to be playing something a little bit different. We're going to be playing Pasion de Pasiones, a game of Latin American telenovelas. We are playing on the Gauntlet, so we will be using some of the Gauntlet safety tools tonight. The primary safety tool we're going to be using is the X card. So there are these sort of games, telenovelas. Some of the things that can happen on them can be a little bit extreme, a little bit triggering in some cases. So we are going to be using the X card. If at any point something comes up that people are uncomfortable with, not really buying into, that's affecting their fun, at any point they can just say, "I'd like to X card that." We'll stop the game, pull back. I may ask for a little bit of clarification on what it is, but we will never ask you to justify what it is your X card in. At that point, we'll redress the scene, reset it, and take it forward without that problematic material. But given that some of the things in these sort of telenovelas can be horrific and triggering, I think it's worthwhile to actually have a discussion of lines and veils ahead of time. With that said, I'm going to say some of these standard things: no sexual assault, no violence towards children, no violence towards animals, as lines. Is there any lines or any veils that other people would like to bring into the game?
I don't think, given our party layout, it's going to be a thing, but since it is a soap opera staple, no pregnancy plot lines, please.
That was one of the key things that I was thinking about. So, yep, by all means, we won't be looking at pregnancy or anything along the lines of pregnancy with regards to this game. So, with that said, we have 4 wonderful players with us tonight. People I've played with quite a bit on the Gauntlet, and I'm really happy to have you with me. There's some wonderful players. All the people that I meet on the Gauntlet are some of the nicest people around, but these are some of the cream of the crop, some of the best of the best. So I'm going to go through left to right on my screen, ask you just to give a brief introduction of yourself, say your pronoun, give us your pronouns you prefer to be called by, and just tell us a little bit about your character and which playbook you're playing. So, Jim, you're right at the start of the line. Can you just give us a little bit of an introduction and tell us about your character, please?
Yeah, sure thing. I am Jim Crocker. I use he, him, or they as you prefer. Folks who know me from outside the Gauntlet know me because I've been selling indie role-playing games for many, many years, and you can find me at conventions all up and down the East Coast and the Midwest. I'll be at Origins coming up next month. If you want to find me online talking about games and selling games, I'm on Twitter at JimLikesGames and JimLikesGames.com on the internet. I am very happy to have gotten a slot in this game, and I will be playing Valencia Morales, who is La Doña. She is the matriarch, the kind of the glue that holds this whole place together. She is 1/3 owner of the El Grande Casino that she inherited from her dear late lamented husband when he passed away under what some might call mysterious circumstances, but it was just tragic. And so I find myself here owning 1/3 of this casino. And I look forward to meddling in all of your affairs.
Brilliant, thank you. And Ryan, hello. Can you just give a quick introduction and let us know who you're playing, please?
As you might have gathered, my name is Ryan. I use he, him pronouns, and I'm going to be playing El Caballero. Domingo, I didn't pick a last name yet, so let's go with Luna, because that's very extra. And I am the dashing, honest, and very crushable manager of this casino. I have no real power beyond day-to-day management of the place, but I'm real hot.
Brilliant, thank you. Now, I don't know if you've probably not seen this, but one of the things we talked about in setup is that there were 3 main owners of this casino. We have El Jefe, El Dona, and then another third party. Now, I already wrote a name for that third party, which is in the character keeper. And that third party, he says, trying to find the character keeper, I actually gave the name of Isabella Luna.
Oh my goodness. Yes, I'm only the manager because like my mom runs the place.
I was wondering
Owns the
whether you
place.
wanted. I
Yes.
wondered whether you
I'm
wanted to go
super
down
into
that. So there we go. Yes, that's already a nice connection in there. Sabine, hello. Can you give us a quick introduction and let us know who you're playing, please?
Sure, I'm Sabine. I use any pronouns. And I will be playing Angel de la Vega, which means from the meadow, actually. So it's not that fancy. Angel is the empleador, and he works at the Grande Casino, I think as a waiter, probably, or a barista, or a cocktail mixer, or whatever you want him to work as, because he looks pretty and you can just put him anywhere.
Excellent. So he's the hired help. He's the.
I think if he's working at a casino, he'd be a dealer or a croupier or.
No, I think he's really
No?
I think he's more into the
actual domestic
bartending,
stuff.
bartending and
Okay.
rushing stuff from the kitchen. He's not one of the croupiers or something like that. That's beyond him right now, because I think you need to have some kind of, I think, qualification or something, because this is a high-end casino and they wouldn't let any kind of guy from the barrio just deal the cards.
Yeah, I mean, except in a real emergency when there was no one else.
Yes.
Maybe. Yeah, that could. I don't know.
Sorry.
I don't think so.
Play to find out. Yeah.
Yes. And thank you, Sabine. And Tyler. Hello, and could you give us a little bit of introduction and tell us a bit about your character, please?
Certainly. I'm Tyler, he, him pronouns, longtime gauntleteer, and I am playing El Jefe Roberto Ronaldo, who is the third owner of the casino, though there may be some question. It is worth saying that Roberto is the head of the third faction that owns the casino. There may be some discussion along the way of who else has money involved in that. I am wealthy. I am the sort of man who always travels with a large, silent, and strong bodyguard. His name is Sinray, which it's actually, it smiles broadly is what it translates to. And he has a penthouse at the top of the casino, which is his mansion or business prop he has. He has an office / suite at the top of the casino. And there's might be a little shadiness to Roberto. He is a man who is used to getting things his way, or he gets people out of his way.
Oh, excellent! I love it. I can see the storylines writing themselves. So yes, we've mentioned Casino Grande. So the game is set round Casino Grande. The title of the series, and we will have opening titles as part of the narration, is The Wheel Always Turns. So, as with any soap opera, something always comes to spice it up. We're going to actually have the game tonight be the grand reopening after redecorating. So it will be a great party. There will be all sorts of guests invited, and the press will be on hand. You may even get some sort of wonderful celebrities there. But before we do that, we have to determine everyone's relationships to each other. Now, if you look on your character sheets, there's a number of relationship questions. Now, I'm going to go through in the same order that I went through initially, I'm going to ask people to offer up one of their relationship questions, and we'll go through everyone in a loop twice for them. So, Jim, do you have a relationship question that you'd like to put to the group?
Yes. One PC and I have sparred with each other for a long time. What do you have on them? I think that's got to be El Jefe.
I think that works well.
Roberto. So Roberto and I have sparred with each other for a long time. And what do I have on them? Oh, I mean, I just want to. I think that. Do you know what I have? I have in a safe a gun with your fingerprints on it, and we can like is that cool? And we can play to find out why that is and what it means and stuff like that and everything. But I have a gun with your fingerprints on it, somewhere that I keep very safe just in case. So, all right.
Oh, senora.
Excellent. Ryan, do you have a relationship question you'd like to offer?
Yes, someone and I had a big fight. What was it about? And I feel like either of the partial owners of the casino would be good candidates for this, but I'm not sure who to pick on.
And would anyone like to offer themselves?
I can take it if you don't want to, Jim.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and take that? Yeah.
All right. What you think we fought about? Think it has to do with the business, or is it personal?
Did you break his mom's heart at some point?
I was at first thinking business because my playbook is very, sincere and on the up and up, and you are very not that.
Oh yeah. If you tried to get him to like rig a game or something like that.
What do you think, Ryan?
Oh, sorry, I didn't get what you said there, Tyler.
Oh, I said, what are you thinking? What do you think on that?
That would work for me. I mean, it could also just be like completely off business beef, but I'm not sure what that'd be.
Do you think perhaps you courting my daughter can always be a nice one? Do you think we had difficulties over a woman between us? Do you think we had do you think we have a past somewhere where you worked for me and there was a split from it?
Yes, because one of my other relationships would lean into that really well. So I used to work for you, but I don't want to do that anymore. I'm on the up and up.
Cool, that actually has one that's good for me too.
Brilliant. And we can actually leave what the work was for the game, because the game does have moves that actually allow you to flash back and actually establish that. So Sabine, can I have one of your relationship questions?
Yes.
Please?
I will start with the first one. You had a very close brush of romance with somebody. We're talking eyes meet slowly and lips almost. Why did it stall? And I think it would be perfect to have with Brian or with the Jefe. I don't know.
I'm totally into that.
Okay. But why did it stall? Somebody came by and you're the manager and I'm just the hired help.
He's your boss.
Or does your mother not approve?
Oh, no, yes. Lady Isabella Luna
yes.
and was not into it. I'm sure I got a talking to.
Oh, maybe
maybe
Isabella's jealous.
Yes, why am I flirting with the high bartender when she could be flirting with him?
Cool.
Excellent. Okay, so Tyler, can I have one of your relationship questions, please?
Yeah, and I think the answer may already be out there. Blank used to work for me. How did the relationship break down? I think, Ryan, that sounds like something we're already establishing.
Yeah. I wanted to turn my life around, be a better person. I got my mom gave me this good job at a casino, and I am doing my best to reinvent myself, and you are only going to drag me back down.
I like
If
that.
that works for
I
you.
like that. Yeah, that works just well for me. And can we maybe go with part of that breaking down is I trusted and really was grooming you to be like right hand sort of, and oh, the disappointment.
I could have been great in whatever kind of shady business it is you do.
Exactly. Okay, cool.
Okay, so going back round, Jim, I have a second relationship question, please.
All right. I gave some heavy advice to this PC. Tell us whether it worked out and how you benefited either way. I think I want that to be Sabine's character, because I started at the casino like 2 decades ago as a dancing girl and worked my way up. So I think I have I think my advice to her,
Him.
him. Yeah, that's because you're playing a male character. My advice to him is it was to get them to get a couple of people to fight over you. And that you always like you never want to commit to one person. You always want to have people in conflict over you.
I don't think I like that piece of advice, but I will be polite about it, of course.
Okay. So I gave advice to Angel to keep people fighting over him. Tell us whether it worked out and how you benefited either way. So
I guess I tried to seem to do that because I thought, okay, I can't anger her because she's like my boss. But it didn't work out so well, and
you can
somebody
totally like I have no problem if you say no, that's not me, I can't do that. Because
I think Angel is actually the kind of person who would at least try, because he's still young, and but he is too honest for that kind of thing. So maybe that's the benefit you took from it, that you learned that he's actually a pretty honest guy.
Yeah, I think that's fantastic. No, I love that. That what I learned is that he may actually like have a soul unlike the rest of us. So I think that's great.
Excellent. Ryan, can I have your next relationship question, please?
Someone knows me from a time when I was different. Was I more civil or more wild? And I think the answer is probably more wild, given that I have a kind of hot scar and a gun I hate to use, and a shady ex-employer. And also a motorcycle, because, that's hot.
Oh, motorcycles are the in thing. Everyone looks cool riding a motorcycle. Who do you think that is? Anyone want to step up and put themselves forwards?
Obviously, El Jefe, but does anyone else know?
I think that's me.
Yay.
Yeah. Because like I said, I started as just a dancing girl. I haven't always been the fine woman that you see before you.
Much as like I have not always been the fine, upstanding manager of a boom, casino.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think
Oh,
it's like
they can be.
probably kind of like as I was kind of getting out of, maybe when I was being pursued by Senor Morales, that was kind of when our paths crossed. But we never knew each other long enough for me to like get my hooks into you or anything like that. So because I kind of got lifted out of that life before you made your way out of it. Does that sound excellent?
Brilliant. Sabine, can I have your next relationship question, please?
Yes. You overheard talk in the finery or the barrio that someone you love. No, wait, that's not that's the wrong one. Sorry. I caught someone and someone else in a moment of plotting. What were they planning? And I feel like that has to be Valencia and Roberto, right?
So
Yeah.
I can see people nodding.
So
So
what were you plotting about?
What you think, Jim?
Oh, I think it's got to be, how do we get rid of
Luna?
yeah, and split the casino between us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
brilliant. I love it. I can see the wheels turning now. Tyler,
You're
can I
such bad people. Sorry.
That's one of the things about telenovelas. Very few people come out of it looking good. Tyler, can I have your second relationship question, please?
Yes. Blake is an object of beauty you want to possess. How have they evaded you? And I have to think that's Angel. I have connections with everyone else. It makes sense to get one more, and you sure is fine. So I like that. Does that work for you, Sabine? You're muted, my dearest.
No, but I was just speechless. Yes, I like it.
Excellent. And how have you evaded me?
By being oblivious.
Oh, I love it.
I don't see you in that way. You're my boss. Whatever you're saying is I don't realize what you're trying to say to me.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Now, Jim, I believe you have one other relationship question.
Nope, I'm all set. I did my two.
Oh, sorry. I thought there was three on the. No, that's
the third question is the start a session question.
Okay. So
I have something I have to put up before because I have suitors.
That's right. I was going to ask you about that.
Yes, I have two. And I am on Robert's character, on Tyler's character again. You draw me. So I have two suitors, ideally player characters. They are actively courting you, even if you're already in a relationship. At the beginning of play, choose one to be your love.
Okay.
Yes.
So out of the two characters, which two characters are courting you? I think I have an idea, but I thought it best to ask.
I would ask my fellow players. I think we have already established that Roberto might be one of them.
I'm certainly trying.
And
I had a moment. I think I'm trying.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So I'll put you down, the two of you down, and I think we've established that my love is not Roberto, so it's probably Domingo. Woo, you're my love. You're so tall and handsome.
Excellent.
Oh, wait.
So
why does that interest me?
So with all the relationships set up,
I do have one more myself.
sorry, I do apologize. In which case, Tyler, can I have your third relationship question, please?
It is some of your extra legal business is being monitored by the police. What have you set up to throw them off your tail? And I throw to you, Gerwin. Do you have any thoughts?
Sorry. That's actually not a relationship question. Those italic questions we answer at the beginning of the session to set up the plot.
Oh, is it in italics?
Yeah.
It's not in the character keeper.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Sorry. Yeah.
It's what it confused me as well when I was thrown to Jim there. Okay.
Okay. Cool.
So, with that said, now it's time to ask those questions.
Oh, well, look at there.
So, given we're already with you, Tyler, would you like to throw that out and tell us what's going on there and how you're actually, what that business is and what you've done to throw the police off the scent?
Yeah, my idea for my extra legal business is that I am in influence peddling. I pay off police and politicians and judges to make sure my associates have things go easier for them. I'm a face, the upright face of my organization. Thinking then of how do I set the police to throw them off of my tail? I think, tell me if this sounds good, I think I arrange for them to win.
Excellent. So, the name of the chief of police, El Chef, sorry. What is the police chief's name?
Carlo.
Brilliant. Okay. At which point I'm going to go in reverse order. Sabine, can I have your previously on question, please?
Sure. It's actually this time on. You overheard talk. In the finery or the barrio that someone you love is in mortal danger. Who's the threat and how can you stop it? Okay. So I wonder if I heard something actually in the barrio that somebody planned a heist, maybe sort of cheating heist in the casino. Oh wait, it's mortal danger, but they have to take out the manager before they can go through with it because that guy is too alert. So I think the danger is actually to Domingo and these criminals. They want to get rid of him one way or another.
Excellent.
Maybe I'm over interpreting the whole thing with the one way or another, but yes, I am very flustered when I arrive at the casino.
Brilliant. Okay, so Ryan, can I have your previously on or question,
You're
please?
here to right or wrong. Someone has broken laws, either yours or society's. Who are they? What have they done? And what are you going to do about it? And, I mean, the possibilities are endless here, because we have all sorts of shady new ones going on. And I'm sure NPCs get up to shady stuff all the time. But,
Okay. Do you want to have that be an NPC, or would you actually like that to be a player?
I am totally down for that to be a player. I've got a lot of beef between me and Roberto Ronaldo already, but it seems like perhaps I'm going to call him on his shit this episode or something. I don't know.
Brilliant. So with that said, Jim, can I have Valencia's previously on? You're muted.
Yes, I am in a position to make a sweeping business deal. Whom have I been grooming to help me along? And I think that's Carlo, the chief of police.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay. So we're an hour in, well, just over an hour in at the moment. Do people want to go straight into the session, or would people like to have a bio break now before we head in?
Quick break would be great.
Okay. So
Lovely.
if we come back at 10 to the hour,
Cool.
okay. I'll see people in 9 minutes. Okay, I think we're just waiting for Ryan now. And there we go. Okay, so welcome back. Is everyone ready to begin? Okay. The adverts end. A shot pans in. There's a reflection, something metallic. It pans out. It pulls back. And it's a hand holding a small metal ball. The hand goes down and you hear a click, 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 click. And the shot follows it as the hand throws the ball into the roulette wheel. It bounces round, and as it spins, the theme music kicks up. We have shots coming in. We have beautiful people gathered around a table. We have people riding speedboats. We have Domingo on his motorcycle riding out of the rising sun. We have El Jefe with brutes and thugs standing behind him as he leans on his desk and looks seriously at someone opposite him. We have Angel sat with his family having dinner in the barrios. We have a shot that comes up to Valentina as she sits in the shadows watching people in the casino. As a waiter comes over, a handsome, dashing waiter who puts the glass down for her. The camera pans to the waiter and it's Angel. She moves to the bar, and at the bar, the manager is standing there directing the staff. She hands something to Domingo, who opens the letter, looks, and then he stops and looks up. The camera turns and follows it, and there is a small balcony coming out of an office in the rafters, high up, looking down over the casino floor, and stood there like a lord over its creation. We see Roberto. Roberto smiles. The camera grows dark. There's a click, 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 click as the ball comes into focus, as it comes round. And we see that the ball has settled on Black 13. And the titles come up. The wheel always turns. And so we start our episode. There's a brief previously on to bring the new audience up to speed, because this is the start of a new season, and it has flashbacks to all the things that we discussed during relationships. We have Roberto offering something to Domingo, and he pushes the envelope back and turns and walks out. We have We have Valencia. I'm going to take a while to get used to the character names. I'm not used to pronouncing these. So we have Donna sat there in hard negotiations with Roberto. We cut to Angel, and we have that brief moment where it looks like her and Domingo will kiss before Domingo's mother walks in on them, and the shock on her face is obvious. And finally, we have a shot comes up. Grand reopening, Casino Grande. And the shot pans up to the boardroom, set above the casino and looking down. In fact, the boardroom is where that balcony is that looks down onto the actual casino itself. And camera comes into focus. It comes up, goes through the window. It's amazing what they can do with CGI these days. And there in the boardroom, we have Valencia, we have Roberto, and we have Donna Luna, as she sits at the head of the table, very much considering herself in the chairman's role. Everything is in preparation. We reopen tonight. Roberto, she turns to El Jefe. I must say, I'm extremely impressed with the work your associates have done in restoring the casino. After the fire, I would never have expected us to get back on our feet so quickly.
Signora, it was expensive, but it was worth it. The casino has not looked so marvelous ever, I would say.
It would bring a smile to my dear departed husband's eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And dear Valencia, dear sweet Valencia, I thank you so much for everything you have done. When the fire broke out, I could not have got through it without you.
And I reach out and place a hand over her hand on the table, and I kind of look into her eyes and I say, we women, especially those of us that have lost our husbands, we need to stick together because the world can be, and I glance over, a cruel and dangerous place.
And she squeezes your hand, and it is true. It is true. This is not a world built for women like ourselves. This is a world where we are beset by cruelty and harshness.
It's true, and that is why this evening at the grand opening, you and I together, we must be out in front. We must cut the ribbon. We must be the ones who show the world that El Grande is open once again for business, and that it was you and I who made it so. And I am demanding what I deserve here, which is to be up front when we open the casino this evening.
Brilliant. Okay, so if we look at the move for demand what you deserve, there are some questions that go along with that.
The first question is, am I offering something of value in return?
I think the publicity and the actually putting her front and center like that, I think she craves that publicity.
Okay.
So I definitely think you are.
Great. So we got a +1. Do they love me in this moment?
Oh, I think dear sweet Valencia that they do. I don't think it's necessarily a romantic love.
Yes. Yep. No, that's totally cool. I don't think it has to be. So, and my question is this in service of somebody else? And boy, it is not right now. So
that would be a +2.
Yeah. So I'm going to roll it +2, and let me grab the roll for your party room. Valencia. Make a label for that. All right, here we go. It's Apocalypse World, so it's 2d6. I got a 6 +2 gets me to an 8.
Okay, brilliant. On a hit, the target of your demands chooses one. If target NPC, I get to choose. So okay. She thinks about it for a moment. This place was always my husband's dream. As much as I'd love to see it returned, as much as I would love to be the one that people remember, this is his place. I can't stand there at the front. I can't claim to be what he was. You will have to do it yourself.
I understand, darling. So it sounds like she's weaseling out of it and owes me a leverage, right?
She is, yes.
All right. Okay, cool. So this is Isabella that owes me a leverage. I nod and pat her hand understandingly, and then kind of turn to look at Roberto and say, I know that your duties taking care of the house, which is to say that, like the gambling floor and stuff like that and everything, means that you'll be terribly busy. So yes, why don't I'll be out front and cut the ribbon.
Senora, I can think of no one better. There are certainly many old citizens of this city that will remember you fondly from a time long, long ago. To see you once more will bring, I'm sure, warmth to their senior hearts. But, Donna Isabella, your husband was very dear to me, almost like a father. You're right. So much of what this casino is because of him. His grand portrait that you keep. Perhaps we should make sure that is up front as well. Something that gives proper memorial to all he's done.
Oh, Roberto, you always think of the best things. You always have our best interest in heart. Yes, I think that is fitting. But a thought occurs. My husband may not be here, but his heir is. Perhaps if Domingo was to join you, Valencia, and you cut the ribbon together.
I stiffen slightly, but look over towards Valencia.
And I think that she says that to me, and then kind of like the camera is looking at me, and I'm kind of there, kind of like I like have one eyebrow slightly raised, but then like we hear my voice, even though it's just my picture, we hear my voice kind of in voiceover, right? As I say, it would be quite the coup to have her son standing next to me, and yet I don't know that I am ready yet to have him enter this game alongside us. Having the two of them aligned together might be more than we can deal with, given everything else that's happening.
It sounds like you're processing your thoughts out loud, your feelings out loud.
I am totally processing my feelings out loud. So
okay, now this is one of the interesting moves in this game, because the questions on this are to us, the audience. So what it does, we go through each member of the audience and ask whether they're rooting for Valencia at this point or not. If they are, Valencia gets a +1 for each member of the audience, up to a maximum of +3. So Ryan, Are you rooting for Valencia at this time?
Well, I think, and the other thing that we need to do is to figure out which member of the audience we are. So there's the dad, the mom, the young son, the teenage daughter, and the abuela, like the grandmother. And when we say whether we're rooting, like when we talk about being a member of the audience, we pick one of those people to be, and then decide whether that person is rooting for that character, and not necessarily just like ourselves as players.
Okay, brilliant. So, with that said, Ryan, which member of the audience are you in this instance?
Oh, I hadn't picked one because you said off cam we weren't going to hew closely to that. So.
That's quite correct. I said that we weren't going to hit it for XP purposes.
I guess I will be the abuela because that entertains me. So yes.
Okay, and is she rooting for Valencia at this point?
Ryan is not, but I think she is because she's gonna show that old ladies could be tough. And maybe also hot.
Excellent. So that's +1. Sabine, which member of the audience are you taking on?
I think at that point I'll be the teenage daughter, and I'll totally root for Valencia, especially after all that shade that this patriarchal guy threw at her. Hey, go,
Excellent.
girl, get them.
That's +2. Tyler, which member of the audience are you?
And what are our choices again? I'm so sorry.
You can be dad, mom, the abuela, which is the grandmother, the teenage daughter, or like the I think it's like a 10 or 11-year-old son.
I suppose I'll take Dad, and he's probably not rooting for her at this moment.
So I got +2.
You get +2, yes.
Let's see what we got here. Oh, that is a mere 4. +2 gets me to 6.
Okay.
Yeah, so I get nothing in. Yeah.
No, so you don't get any guidance. Okay. Mm-hmm. So Donna Isabella leans forward and says, "So it is decided then. My son will be with you, dear Valencia, as you cut the rope. He is so striking. He is the picture of his father. He is a father reborn. It will do my old heart good to see him in his rightful place, leading this casino. But there is one other matter we need to discuss before we finish this meeting. There is a grand tournament tonight. We have poker players. Many celebrities come in to play. And there is the grand prize to discuss. We have discussed putting forward a considerable amount. We do not have that in petty cash. Not something we can get hold of easily. I would ask each of you to put forward at least a third of it so we can have the reserves on site if we need them. Dear Roberto, there should be no problem for you. You are the most successful man I know.
Of course, Isabel. I can, without a doubt, put up a third of this share.
Thank you, dear Roberto. You are my rock. Valencia.
Of course. You needn't say anything else.
Very good. Then I will arrange for my son to have the only key. It will be safe with him, I'm sure. Now, Let us drink to our success. Waiter. She snaps her fingers. The door opens, and in walks Angel. Her face sours as she sees him.
Oh, her. Oh, okay.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
No, Sabine, you're up.
I'm up. What am I going to do?
No, you've just been called in to serve drinks to
Yes.
people before.
Then I will go and do that. And I'm nervous because I'm a little disheveled. I ran to the casino because of what I overheard, the barrio and that plan that might endanger Domingo. And I'm very happy. He's not here, right?
He's not here now.
He's not in the room. Okay, then I will attempt to serve as quickly as is seemly or polite, and then extract myself from this duty.
Waiter, Angel, do not leave so quickly. If we have finished here, I believe I need to have a word with this member of staff. Valencia. I look forward to seeing you tonight. I so look forward to seeing the dress that you have chosen.
Oh, it will be a delight. And as I stand to walk out, I kind of like cock my head like I've noticed something. And I walk up to Angel and I kind of look closely at him. And there's like a single bead of sweat going down his temple. And I just say, oh, you're working them too hard, dear. And I like just run my finger up along the bead of sweat. And as I walk out, I'm like going around the rim of my wine glass and it's making a little hum as I walk out of the room.
And
I'm scared now.
As I pass Angel, I'll pause and lean in just a moment to both top off my glass and to say, "Don't worry, their bark is far worse than their bite, like most bitches." And we'll walk out.
Ooh.
I will attempt not to react to that, what you just said, because I don't think you should talk about an old lady like that.
Tyler, are you? Is Roberto drinking tequila? Because there's an awful lot of salt there. Okay, so you walk out, and Isabella stops and turns. She has a walking cane that she uses. She turns and looks at you. Put the tray down, please. Come on, stand up straight. I wish to check your uniform.
As you will. I put the tray down and stand up straight.
I
wait for her to check my.
She walks up to you. Let me see your hands. And she looks at the nails. Collar, cuffs, please. And she runs her finger along the cuffs. No, this will not do. This will not do at all. When did you last have this laundered?
I had it laundered yesterday and pressed last night. Doña Isa. What's her last name?
Luna.
Doña Luna.
There is dirt on these cuffs. But do not worry. But do not worry, dear. Do not worry. Your dear Isabella will come to the rescue. Come with me. And she stands up and starts moving towards.
I say, wait, no, Doña Luna, you do not have to trouble yourself. I actually have a spare shirt in my locker, and I will go and fetch it presently, and then I'm out of the room because, oh my God, is this creepy?
She looks at you as you're going away, and the camera pans in over your shoulder as you walk down the hallway. And you can see that she grasps onto her cane. And she turns and walks through the door. So you go down and you go to the staff quarter. You go to the staff changing rooms. Or where
No,
are you going?
of course not. I have to save Domingo. I mean, I have to protect Domingo from these dastardly persons. Maybe I should just go and warn him. That might be a good idea. Maybe he'll believe me.
Okay. So,
but maybe his mother will turn up again. Oh my God.
Domingo, where are you?
I am probably down on the casino floor trying to get myself ready for the opening. I need to make sure that everything's in place and like that the bar is actually stocked and everything, that we actually have enough employees to get things. I'm a little it's not frazzled, but there's a lot going on, and I am perhaps more involved with it than I really ought to be, because the best way to work through stress is to just work more, and that's going to work out.
Okay, so you're in the middle of the floor, and you're surrounded by staff members in their very. Actually, what is the uniform like for the staff here? Because this place obviously has a uniform. Is it blue brocade, or is it just the waistcoat and shirt that other casinos have? Is it elaborate, or is it just stylish?
I was thinking the kind of stylish, understated, waistcoats and bow ties and that kind of stuff, so everybody looks dapper but not showy.
Okay.
Unless the people who are running the casino want to put in that also they all wear some ridiculous thing, but...
Okay. So you're surrounded by these staff members. They're coming over. They keep on bringing things for you to inspect. You can see one of them comes over with a tray of silverware that's been polished and burnished and is shining, and holds it up for you to actually pick it up and look at the knives and forks. And someone else comes up with a bouquet of flowers and holds it up so you can smell it and actually make sure that yes, these are indeed fresh and fragrant, and you direct them about where to put them. And how do you enter, Sabine, into this cacophony, this maelstrom of activity?
Hastily, nervously, I'm looking around. These people, they can't be here yet. We haven't opened. But I'm still looking around like, oh my God, are they here? They are not. But maybe they stole a uniform. Oh my God, they could have stolen a uniform. Usually I'm very graceful, but at that point I'm looking around so much that I probably run into somebody else, because they're all a bit frazzled, it seems, and nobody is quite clear on where they should go.
Okay, so there's someone carrying crystal glasses, for crystal champagne glasses.
Oh no!
On a tray, and you bump into them, and there's a as the tray drops.
I try to catch stuff, but I probably won't make it. Maybe I'll catch one of the glasses and the rest goes onto the floor.
And Ryan, I think this gets your attention.
So there's actually a move for that?
Oh. What is it? Act with desperation?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I want to avoid that avoid that the glasses fall and make a lot of mess, because...
Okay. So there are two questions as part of that move. The first one, are you doing this for love?
Well, I have run into him for love, and but catching them is mostly instinct, so I don't know. Leave it to you. I'm not doing it for vengeance anyway.
Okay. So you're trying to... Are you trying to avoid damaging the big night that it is? Then I say yes. We can class this as you're trying to do what you can to avoid causing a show that would put him in a bad light.
Yes.
So yes, I think we class it as that. You also get your own personal question for your playbook.
Am I in over my head? Yes, I am.
Yes, I think you're definitely in over it. So you get
Yes.
+2 on the dice roll.
Nice. Maybe I should wait. I have an 8. Yes.
Okay.
No, a 7, but it's a 7.
Okay, on a 7 to 8, the MC will give you a worse outcome or an ugly choice.
Ooh, cool.
Okay, so while you actually go to grab these glasses, I think there's an ice sculpture that's actually been put in the room itself.
Oh no.
So you can grab and stop these glasses falling. But if you do that, I think you're going to go smack into that ice sculpture.
Don't want to do that.
Okay.
I will notice that at the last second and avoid smashing the ice sculpture.
Okay.
But by avoiding that, it will really look like I kind of smashed them on purpose, those
Okay.
glasses, to put my colleague, my coworker, look bad, to make my coworker look bad or something like that, because I'm usually graceful.
The waiter that was carrying these looks shocked. No, oh, and they drops to their knees and basically starts trying to pick up bits and pieces. And literally, they're picking these glasses up by the neck, and as they're picking them up, the heads are falling off and shattering even worse.
I will try to. No, I have to go to Domingo. Oh my God! I will tell him to get a broom. You will hurt yourself, and then there'll be blood on the floor, and that stains. So get a broom.
Ow!
Oh God, Domingo, help!
And Domingo, I think this has caught your attention.
I'm going to sweep over and crouch and start picking up bits of glass as well. Oh no, what happened? Are you all right? And oh no, you're bleeding. You should go get a bandage or something.
Okay.
We should use a broom.
Yes,
maybe...
yes, and bring a broom when you come back, please. Thank
you. Yes, Senor Domingo.
Maybe, Senor Domingo, maybe we could go to the broom closet and get a broom, because this person really seems hurt, and I'm looking at you soulfully and hopefully, and I'm winking like, I want to talk to you about something.
You notice several of the other staff members avert their gaze when you do this.
Well, I'm not winking like that. It's more subtle.
It's more. Would you like to go to the broom closet?
We need to get a broom. Where would you get a broom? It's totally.
Yeah. Do we just gonna put you for a second? It's like I don't think that will require both of us.
Of course not. You're right. Of course. I have to talk to you.
In that instance, certainly. Why don't you go fetch a broom, and I'll be along in a moment with this glass. Kind of shove some glass onto the tray.
Okay.
Because, oh no, clearly something has gone wrong. This lovely employee doesn't want to stay on the floor, where it will distress all the other employees. Discretion.
So I go to the broom closet, and then we hang around there and wait for Domingo.
Yes, and Domingo, a second later, like, Annette, what's wrong? You seem very upset.
Yeah, I think that there are some bad actors. I overheard something, and I think what it means is that there are some people trying to pull a heist or robbery or something like that at the casino, and they said that they had to get rid of that manager, that person, and I think they meant you. And I'm scared that they would rob this casino, and that they would hurt you. I mean, people shouldn't be hurt.
Thank you for your concern for my well-being. But I will have to tell the owners of the casino because they need to be aware of this plot on our grand opening too. The timing couldn't be worse.
Well, yes. I mean, I think I overheard it. I'm not totally sure they meant the casino, really. Maybe I'm just panicking, but it's such a grand thing, and you remember before the grand opening when it burnt down, that was so bad.
Well, they can't be planning to burn it down a second time.
No, I think they're just planning to rob it.
Looking at the basic moves, going, oh no, what am I trying to do here?
Mm-hmm. But they knew a lot about our procedures, so I don't know if they don't have somebody on the inside.
So what are you trying to do here?
I don't know. I think I'm maybe trying to spot something out of place because Angela has confided that he's not entirely sure he overheard the plan correctly, but he seems to be telling me the truth, and I trust that he would never lie to me. But I do want to get to the root of what it is that he knows and what might actually be going on behind the scenes.
Oh.
Or maybe just process my feelings out loud. I don't know. Regardless, this is
Okay.
a lot to deal with.
So I think process your feelings out loud is probably appropriate here.
Sweet.
So what is it exactly you're trying to figure out?
I am trying to, I guess, not that I have any shady background or anything, definitely not, but if someone were to try to plan something to attack the casino, what might they be doing? I mean, it sounds like they might have a person on the inside, and I need to get an idea of what this plan is so I can address it head on.
Okay. So in which case, I'm going to go in reverse order. Tyler, what does the father think of this? Is the father rooting for Domingo at this point?
I think so. Yeah. I think the heist. I think the father's all into the excitement of that being prevented. So yeah, I think he's behind it.
Brilliant. Sabine, the teenage daughter, is she rooting for Domingo?
He's hot. I mean, but wouldn't it be cooler if he was kind of hit over the head and pushed into a broom closet or something, and then hell would have to find him? Oh my God, I'm rooting for that. I mean, I'm not rooting for. I don't know what I'm rooting for. I'm a confused teenage daughter.
It doesn't sound like you're rooting for him at this point.
Not to succeed immediately. In the long run, yeah. But.
Okay. And Jim, which family member would you like?
Oh, I think I'm the mother, and I just don't like to see him getting mixed up in. I don't like to see him getting put in danger. Like I like to like I watch this show so that I could see him like rescuing people and coming to the rescue. So I'm not too down with this. I don't really love this particular plot.
Okay, so I believe that's just a +1 on the roll then, Ryan.
Alas, yes.
You've got your Caballero question. I don't know if it's applicable.
Unfortunately, it doesn't apply to process your feelings out loud.
Alas, but I did get a 9, so...
Okay, so on a 9, on a hit, choose 1. 1 second. Okay, so you can have the audience reveal a crucial event going on outside your view. The audience tells you how you might find love with a partner of your choosing. The audience tells you how you might get X to Y. So how may you get someone to something. Now, I think it's probably going to be the first one in this case. They're going to reveal something happening out of your view.
I was super tempted to go like, and the audience instead yells, no, you should kiss this person right now in this way. But no, I think I'll go with the first one.
Okay, so audience, what do we think? What do you think is a crucial event happening away from Domingo's view at this point?
maybe the crucial event could be something that like Isabella, who is setting up her portion of the collateral that we talked about earlier, but the suitcase is mostly empty with the money, where the money is supposed to be. Maybe it's something like that.
That's a thought. Are we wanting to have it be something that has to do with the heist itself?
I think it's probably something. I think it's probably something related to the heist.
I'm
Some planning.
totally down with it being completely unrelated, but related probably makes sense.
I think the thing that's happening off screen is that we see a, like, you know, thuggish looking dude who is like pulling on the lapels of, you know, kind of like pulling on the hem of one of these uniforms.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
That like is clearly to like his shoulders barely fit into it, and he's got like a square, like a craggy square jaw. And there's someone handing him a picture of our caballero, saying this is the one.
And we see him kind of reaching inside where that coat is to adjust the gun he has underneath it.
Yeah, the bulge under the jacket.
Right.
The only detail I will add is that this picture is like weirdly dreamy, like the one you would find in the magazine talking about the telenovelas later.
Plenty of Vaseline on the camera.
Hot picture.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
In fact, I think the picture's actually sold on the website, so that it actually goes along with it.
It's your headshot.
Okay, so we cut back to the broom closet. So, with that going on in the background, what are you going to do, Domingo?
I'm going to attempt to call Angel so we can continue on with this opening. Like, but please don't worry about it, Angel. I will take care of everything. That is my job, of course. Just.
Yes, but you don't have to do it alone. So if you need help, just let me know. Because if there are people after you, I would really like to, well, stop them, I guess.
Thank you. At the moment, the most you can do for me is just doing your job well as you always do. I know I can trust in you. One of my more reliable employees. And I say that in a way where it sounds like reliable might also be hot, but, you know, plausible deniability.
Okay, so you leave the broom closet.
Mm-hmm.
You go off your separate ways.
Wait a second. I'm thinking of a move that if I can do some kind of move to.
Okay.
I think I want to demand what I deserve, maybe.
Yes.
Because I really want to help him, and I warned him about this whole thing, and he shouldn't go alone.
Oh, excellent. Okay. So, what is your playbook question?
My playbook question is: Am I in over my head, which I usually am?
Oh, I definitely think you're in over your head.
Yeah.
Demand what you deserve. Are you offering something of value in return?
Yeah, I'm offering my help.
Yeah, I think that definitely counts. And here's the question: do they love you in this moment?
No idea.
I think only Ryan can answer that.
Yes, Angel is being so sweet, and everything I love about him is right at the fore.
Then I'm rolling +3, right?
That's right, yes.
Oh my god. Yeah, I've got a 9.
Okay.
Distinct links.
I think you actually get an additional +1 for that for your suitor move.
Oh yeah, right.
When you're acting to strengthen the relationship.
Yeah, right. So I'll get the +1. Great.
So that takes it to a 10.
Oh.
On a hit, the target of your demand chooses 1. On a 10+, you may remove one of the options, and they choose from the remaining. So the options are: they concede to your will, they can clear a stress, or you owe them leverage. Their choice. They escalate and deny you. They mark stress. They weasel out of it. they owe you leverage, or they run away and you can take something from them. So you can remove one of those options.
Huh. I mean, I would like him to, but I think I'm going to take out the they escalate and deny you, because I don't think that's interesting.
Okay. So the options are they concede to your will, they can clear a stress, or you owe them a leverage. They weasel out of it. They owe you leverage, or they run away and you can take something from them. Which of those options would you like, Domingo?
I think I'm going to pick the first one, because that means Angel is going to put himself in peril. And that is clearly what our viewing audience wants, for me to save him dramatically. So I'm going to concede to Angel's will and loop him into my attempts to protect the casino. And I owe them leverage? Okay, yes. Angel gets leverage over me, I think.
No, it's the other way around, I think.
You gain leverage over them.
Aha! I have leverage. Awesome.
Okay. So do you both go off together?
Yes. The closet opens a second later as I reach in and grab the broom that I'd forgotten to grab. And it closes again.
Okay. And outside of the closet, we see you both walk out. We see you pop back in, grab the bloom and leave. And the camera pans to the far end of the corridor. And there was someone watching you leave that closet together. Who was it? And I'm asking the other players here. Does anyone want to have seen it themselves, or do they want one of their other NPCs to have seen it?
I think it's got to be his mom.
I think I like that too. I mean, I think I will. I mean, I could see it being me and being all upset about it, but yeah, I wouldn't mind. I think that builds good drama to have it be Isabella.
Isabella walks around the corner and stops as she sees her son walk out of the closet with Angel, with a Angel. The camera pans up and pans in on her, and you can see her eyes harden. So be it. And the scene cuts. I think it's getting on into the night. I think the party is starting, and everything is going ahead. Celebrations are there. You've got this long winding driveway that goes up this hill to the Casino Grande at the top. There are spotlights in the skies. There are fireworks flying up into the air and illuminate them in this incandescent colors. You have a band, a string quartet outside that are playing for people arriving, and you have the front gates, the front iron gates. Sorry, the front golden gilded gates that open to allow the cars, these limousines, these Rolls Royces, these Bentleys, these Jaguars, these Lamborghinis, as they move their way up this winding path to come to the door. You have guests arriving. Who's front of house greeting them?
Is that you, Valencia? Are you taking the hostess role, or?
Oh no! I don't.
You went a grand.
I don't stand at the door and greet people. That's why we have a manager.
I was gonna say, I think it's me, but if Valencia wanted to put it there, she has more power than me. But
no,
it is me.
No. I am inside.
Okay. You get a series of different people that come through, and the paparazzi lining this red carpet that leads up to these steps that come up into the casino itself. And you get the occasional person that comes out semi-famous, the paparazzi will flash, the pictures taken, and then this long stretched limousine comes up. It stops. A handsome man steps out of it, out from the front. He's in a chauffeur's uniform. He steps up to the door and he pulls it open. And out steps this raven-haired beauty, this classic Latino beauty. She's in a long, flowing evening dress, cut, to quote the Addams Family, cut all the way down to Venezuela. It's shining ruby red. Her lips, the moist red to match her dress. She steps out, and the cameras all flash. It's as if the Big Bang was made new. And you hear people whispering, could it be? Is that who I think it is? Could it be Camila Cruz? She stops and pauses for the cameras. She's eaten up all the attention. She is a world-famous film star. She is known on 5 continents. She is that famous. So much so, she's being considered for Hollywood. She walks out and her entourage pile out behind her. You can see her publicist, her makeup artist. You can see her manager is there as well. And they all walk along behind. And she walks up to the steps and holds her hand out to you, Domingo.
I gallantly take it to step up the few steps because, of course, she needs to have her hand free for her dress and everything, and I'm used to this flow.
She stands up, but she looks disappointed that you didn't kiss her hand.
Oh my goodness. I thought that would be too much. But no, sure, it's a telenovela. I will go for the kiss the hand.
She smiles. Thank you. This place looks lovely.
Yes.
I know you, do I not? Signor, you seem familiar to me.
I've been told I look a great deal like my father. Perhaps you recognize me from there, but I've only been working at this casino. I'm afraid our paths haven't crossed too often.
Oh, that must be it. Oh, you do not remember me, surely. I knew your father well when I was a child. He helped me with my first steps as a young star into the cinema, into TV, into the novellas.
Mm-hmm.
Is that you, Domingo?
Forgive me, I didn't recognize you. You look.
I'm
amazing.
very different now to how I was then.
Yes.
You could say that I have matured.
Yes. But Domingo, and delighted to see you again, Camilla.
It's so good to see you. And she steps in and she gives a peck on both the cheeks. And you are a manager now. You've taken over the running of the business in your father's absence.
Yes. We of course have mother and some of her what's the proper word? And the her associates. There we go. Handling the higher level things, but day to day it's mostly me. Yes.
You have done a wonderful thing with this place. It looks almost as good as when your father first opened it. You have done him proud.
Thank you.
Now I must be on my way. We will talk later.
Yes.
And as she steps off, she doesn't go of your hand for a moment and lets her fingers slide out. She walks into the casino, and she stops and turns slightly. And it's one of those stop and turns where it's the luck. And her lip twitches up in a slight smile. She adjusts her hair slightly, and she moves further in. And her car has moved out of the way. And there's another car there. It's a Rolls Royce. It has two police motorcyclists actually precede it. And it pulls up. The door opens. A man in a police uniform steps out and holds the door. And this broad-shouldered, very.
I posted if this is the chief of
sorry,
police.
I didn't see the picture. Oh,
I posted a picture of him looking like Edward James Olmos.
Oh no,
I feel it's like
I'm all for that.
Yeah.
I'm all for that. So he climbs out. His skin is pockmarked. Sorry, it's marked from where he must have had eczema or something growing up. But he has a noble bearing, a bright white mustache, and he's in an elegant suit, and he walks exactly with one of those canes. And he steps forward and makes his way down the ramp. You can see that the press are taking pictures, but they're shouting out questions as well as he walks. The chef, Carlo. Do you have anything to say about the allegations against you? He ignores them as he steps forward. Do you have anything to say about the offshore bank accounts? And he ignores them and walks forward and walks up the steps and extends his hand. Domingo.
I'll take his hand and shake it. Yeah. Carlo.
It is very busy here tonight. I take it the tables are hot?
I haven't been in. Look at it, I've been out here greeting guests all night. It's been steady flow, but I imagine so. We've had a better turnout than I could have hoped for.
Ah, well, I'm sure the tables will do me well tonight. And he as he's shaking your hand, he squeezes it a bit firmly and taps it. I'm sure my cards will be hot.
And Domingo gives that kind of polite smile of, I don't really know what you're on about, but sure, okay.
Now, away, I have a field to conquer. And he walks in, and as he walks, his cane comes up over his shoulder, and he seems like a younger man as he steps into the casino itself. And he moves through the casino. And the camera follows him. And he stops at the bar and orders a drink. He takes a drink and he turns and he looks up at the balcony overlooking the grand casino room. And he stares up at the person standing there and raises his glass. Rodrigo, do you return the salute?
Am I unaware that he and Valencia are plotting against me?
I think you are at this point, yes.
All right, then I'm probably thinking that that he's going to be in my pocket, and so you'll see me raise my champagne flute and smile.
And he toasts and takes a drink. And at that point, I think the camera pans up to you. What have you got a scene you'd like to frame?
I do. first off, leverage. The only way to gain leverage is through moves, right?
That's right. Yes.
Right. So it's a pretty slow build up to get leverage, isn't it?
Yes. Unfortunately.
Okay. I'm thinking of a flashback.
Okay. What do you have in mind?
I think I'm thinking of a flashback to arrange for the chief here to get his winnings, thereby being in my debt. So I'm flashback to preparations.
Okay. So, okay. So in that case, you get to spend stress, and you get to roll plus stress.
And I'm going to spend 2 stress, taking me to a yellow box, and I'm going to take. I think I'm going to take distracted, as I'm really very concerned. I've got the opening, and I've got to arrange this bribe, all of these things. So I'm pretty distracted, and I'm trying to arrange in my flashback for somebody to be in the right place at the right time. The chief to be there when I've got my dealer ready to give him the payoff.
Okay. So, what does the dealer look like?
I think that it is a very attractive younger woman. She probably does. She has a bit of a nervous look to her, and we've not, our viewers have not seen her dealing much before. She's new for the grand opening.
Excellent. And how are you encouraging her to do this? Are you bribing her? Are you threatening her? Are you blackmailing her?
It's a little combination of A and B. She is from the barrio and has a brother who has run afoul of some of my associates, some gambling debts. I'm going to assist in paying those off, hopefully, provided she does what she's supposed to before my associates adjust his spine.
Tyler, that is absolutely horrendous. What a horrible thing to do. I think I'm gasping in horror at that. Would you like to take an XP there, please?
Thank you. Yes, I would love to.
So would you like to roll with +2?
I will. Let's hope this works out and that she is capable of the job. All right, come on. I rolled boxcars.
Okay. Boxcars is double 6, isn't it?
Double 6.
Okay, so
14.
In that case, then let me just get back to wrong way. Okay, so on a flashback to preparation. So you're trying to arrange for someone to be in the right place at the right time. On a hit, you pull it off. On a 10+, you take +1 forward on acting on this. So when the time comes, you will have +1 forward on any rolls with regards to this.
Yes, and I'll try and catch the chief somewhere if we have time before he leaves.
Okay, so we have this scene, and she's shaking slightly, and see, senor, see, I will do it. Please, not my brother. Not my brother. My family could not survive without him.
My dear, there's no reason for you to worry. We all have our jobs to do. You do yours appropriately, and everything will be fine.
See, senor. Fine.
Put on a smile. It'll make you look prettier.
As you say, monsieur. Oh, sorry, senor. Monsieur is entirely different language. And she gets up and leaves. And at this point, I think your bodyguard walks in. Do you trust her?
I trust that she's going to do what she's supposed to do, and afterwards, well, perhaps we can see that she finds employment out of town.
I understand, sir.
Thank you, Smiles.
He cracks his knuckles. And I think we cut that scene there. Okay, does anyone else have any scenes they'd like to do before we go to the grand opening?
Well, I think I've got to roll up in my car with my badass driver with her eye patch.
Oh, of course, yes. I love that picture. I absolutely love that picture. So the gilded golden gates open, and you drive up this path. What sort of car are you in?
I've got like one of those like great big honking black SUVs, right? You know, like a stretch, like a big like Escalade. And like we've pulled the seats out of the back and made it more limo like, so that there's like two bench seats that face each other and there's a bar and all that kind of stuff and everything.
Okay.
But it's definitely like it's more like a Humvee. It's not like a, you know, like a limo. It's definitely, it's like jacked up and stuff like that and everything.
Yeah, that's right.
And yeah, and it pulls up and my driver hops out and she's got that white tux and the eye patch and everything. She actually like pops a little step down. You know, she's got like a little 3-step thing that she like puts next to the door so that I can step down out of there. And I'm wearing some like incredible dark blue dress with, you know, like the plunging neckline and stuff like this and everything. You know, I say something to her in German. You know, pause for a moment, you know, get some pictures.
All these paparazzi, you know, they with cameras, they're shouting, Donna Morales, please stop for me. Donna.
You know, and I'll stop and like whatever question they ask gets like a cheeky, salacious answer, you know, and I'm not like touching hands and like, you know, like I'll like straighten the spaghetti straps on some of the, you know, the gals and stuff like this as I'm kind of walking down the line there. And
they are eating this up.
Yeah.
They're eating this up whole. They can have this for breakfast, dinner, and for supper as well.
All right. And so this is, of course, going to eventually bring me up to Domingo. And I like just like walk up to Domingo, just kind of slide in beside him and just like hook my arm around his. And I kind of say, smile, this is what they want. And I'm like saying to, and like the reporters and stuff, I'm like saying, doesn't he look like his father? It's amazing, isn't it? And you know, and like while the flash bulbs are flashing and they're taking their pictures and everything, you know, I unhook my arm and I kind of like do that thing where I like turn you around to look at me and I like, you know, like straighten your boutonniere flower. And I like run a finger down the side of your cheek and I say, have you ever thought about a mustache? It would complete the picture. Because you know that your father used to wear a mustache. You know, and then I kind of like, you know, like I've got like my hands on your jacket and I kind of give a little tug. And I kind of lean in and I whisper in your ear, I wonder if you're like your father everywhere. And so I'm expressing my love passionately for him in the midst of this huge crowd.
can we maybe discard the sexual innuendo between a mother and her son, because I find that a bit gross.
This isn't mother and son.
No.
It's
No.
Oh, it's not.
Valencia.
Oh,
No.
right. It's Valencia.
No.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that is okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
I just
Okay,
thought
yeah,
it
I'm
was.
I would
not his
totally
mom.
do it if it
Yes.
I'm sorry. I
We-
thought he was your son. I'm sorry.
Nope.
That's okay.
Nope, I would not. Sabine, I apologize for not being for that not being clear. That is not a thing that I would bring into a game. So,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah. I
No,
was just-
absolutely not.
So
Okay, I
that
was
that is a
confused.
line now.
Totally okay.
That's
Please,
the
yes,
line.
please.
Totally, yeah, totally okay to jump in and make sure that we were exactly clear on everything that was going on there. So, no, I'm friends with his mom, but I'm not in any way actually related to him. So, yeah.
As far as we know.
As far as no, yes, I guess as far as we know at this point, yes, yeah. So, all right. So I'm expressing my love passionately. Am I dressed to impress? I feel like I am.
Oh, I think you are. Yes, I don't think there's any way we could say no to that.
Do you believe I'm single?
Yes.
All right, so that's +2. And is this in service of somebody else? I don't think it is. Not really so much. This is just me being me. All right. So I got +2.
Yes.
8 + 2 gets me to 10.
Oh, well done. So on a 10 for expressing your love passionately. Okay. On a 10 plus, you choose 2. So there are 4 options there. They give themselves to you. They reveal a secret. They reveal a secret they probably shouldn't. They mark off stress to conceal their feelings, or they give you leverage and show you how you reach them.
I'm going to mark off stress to conceal my feelings because I cannot appear flustered or startled by her actions when I'm, being photographed by the paparazzi and stuff. I have to look very calm and put together and not relay that she's just been super skeezy at me. To anyone who may be looking. I'm going to reveal a secret I probably shouldn't, and I'm flattered, but I'm afraid my heart belongs to another, and try to...
Do you is this a thing where you glance over at him, or?
Oh yeah, I don't think Angel is even in the scene.
He's
at the moment,
hovering.
is he?
He's hovering in your vicinity
Yes.
because
Yes.
he wants to protect
cut
you
toward
from.
where he is, or his direction, regardless.
I think he's at the door with a tray of champagne glasses and.
Oh yeah. So then totally what happens here is there's all of that, and I just grin because I know that I've totally got to you, and then I trail off, and I say to you, but enough of that. I'm parched, and I immediately walk over to Angel and take the wine glass off of the tray, and do the thing where I go tink and toast with one of the other glasses that he's holding on the tray and wink at him, and then walk in sipping my wine glass.
I think when you tinkle the wine glass on the tray, he kind of flinches because he remembers the other tray and these other glasses, and he keeps it together. But it's yeah. Well.
Okay, so with that said there and that done there, I think we're going to montage the actual opening ceremony rather than and play it out. So I'm going to go through each of you in turn, and I'm going to ask you what you do during the get together and the cutting of the ribbon. I'm actually going to start with Angel. Angel, when the ribbon's being cut, where are you and what are you doing?
I think I'm hovering around the entrance, maybe. I'm trying to stay close to Domingo because that was the thing we wanted to do. We wanted to find these guys, and mostly I'm try not to be on any kind of heavy duty where I really have to watch what I'm doing. I just want to watch what everybody else is doing. I'm looking out for bad guys, I guess.
Okay. And Tyler, what's Roberto doing during the opening ceremony?
I think that I'm up on my balcony with Isabella. As we're watching, we both decided to let Valencia have this moment in the sun, and we have no one there serving us. I'm serving her. As I look down, and I'll say to her, Isabella, while Valencia may be attempting to shine in the sun, we both know it was your husband who has made this dream a reality.
She smiles, and you can see there's a tear on her eye, and the camera lingers on it as it slowly creeps its way down her face. She reaches in and takes up a napkin, dabs it away, and lifts her glass. To my husband. May
To
he...
Valencia.
To Valencia.
No, Valencio. I'm giving her husband a name.
Okay. Sorry, I thought it said Valencia for a second.
No.
To Valencio. And she tings the glass together and she drinks, but she doesn't sip. She lifts and she empties it. And she turns and she throws this expensive crystal wine flute on the floor, and it shatters. Ryan, where's Domingo during the opening ceremony?
Domingo has to be sort of front and center with Valencia because he was asked to help represent it, but he is making sparkling conversation with anyone he needs to, trying to do the manager thing, asking if people need something more, if things are going well, fronting some chips to major celebrities and stuff, such as Camilla, and
Okay, so there is a picture of your father on stage, and this is a picture of your father when he was younger. So, in fact, what this is this is a picture of you with a mustache. So it's more than life size. It basically towers. It's at least 8 foot tall, and it's on its own stand. It's got little curtains that are hanging there, and it's got all sorts of flowers and lilies and roses around its base. And you can see that people are looking. Certainly, the newer people are looking from the picture to you, and they're seeing the resemblance. They're seeing that you are indeed your father's son.
Yes, the resemblance is very striking, except that I have the short kind of almost stubble beard kind of thing going, and that weirdly hot scar that kind of cuts through part of it. So I could be the same person, almost, maybe.
And Valencia, during the ceremony, it comes to cut the ribbon. The chief of police comes forward and offers you a set of golden scissors. What do you say?
Friends, partners, all of you who have stayed with us through the times of light and the times of darkness, when we experienced the conflagration, the fire. Mere months ago, we thought perhaps, and there were those among you that said that marked the end of the El Grande. But together, we stood. We knew that if we worked together, the three of us, and I indicate the other two up on the balcony, that together we could stand and rebuild in a way that no one of us could individually. And so, though it is I who cuts this ribbon, truly, there are 2 other sets of hands on these shears with me.
The crowd give a polite applause, and
Does that count as processing my feelings out loud?
yes, I think that literally is
Yeah,
processing your feelings
Because I
out
was
loud.
giving a speech. So yeah,
Yes.
all right.
Okay, so I'm going to go from left to right. Ryan, your audience member. Which audience member are you again?
I'm the abuela, and I think she
Okay.
has enough composure not to cheer outright, but she is rooting for Valencia so hard.
Brilliant. And Sabine.
I'm the teenage daughter. I feel the teenage daughter is looking at her phone because old woman, not hot. Don't care. Where's Domingo?
Excellent. So I take it that's a no then. Okay. And Tyler.
I think the dad thinks she's conniving, and so I think no, he's not rooting for her.
Excellent.
Right.
So that's
Cool.
+1.
I'm going to roll with +1. Oh, and that is just a 5.
Okay, so you notice that initially they were taking pictures of you, but they could see these two other people up on the balcony, and it's such a beautifully framed shot. There's a photographer there who gets it, that takes a picture of you, and it's you there, and they're just hanging over your shoulder, and they're looking down on you, and I think that's what gets into the paper. I think that's the shot that actually, that's the front page shot of you.
That's terrible.
It's all about the opening, and yes, I think that's going to be in all the papers tomorrow.
Like, is that enough to like lay a point of stress on me, do you think? Or
I think so, yes. I
Okay.
definitely think I need to get used to hard moves for these. I keep on forgetting that's supposed to happen. Yes, can you please take a point of stress for that? Okay. So I'm having to think give me 2 seconds here. Ryan. Domingo gets called up to the balcony after the ceremony. And we'll still have Roberto still there. And you can see your mother signaling for you to come up. So do you go up straight away, or do you make her wait?
I go up straight away for a certain value of straight away, because of course it wouldn't be proper for me to just cut and run a party. I need to make sure that on my way up I'm continuing to check on people, ask if everything's going well, that kind of stuff. So it probably takes longer than you'd like.
Okay. As you get
Easier for Angel to trail him a bit. Maybe
okay.
to overhear stuff, because I have a move for that actually.
Okay. So as Domingo steps in, you're just there in the background, and Isabella sees you. Oh, excellent. Please. And she points to the smashed champagne flute on the ground. Please clear that up.
Of course, Doña Luna. And I'll clear it up. That means I'll get to stay near Domingo. Fine.
And she turns to you, Domingo, as you come through. I'm so proud of you. We are so proud of you. Aren't we, Roberto?
Certainly very proud.
I've said this many times, but you are the spitting image of your father. It is almost as if he is here watching us now, and she crosses herself. May he rest peacefully. I have something for you, my son. I have 2 gifts for you, in fact. She reaches in. She reaches into her cleavage and pulls out a necklace pulls out a key on a chain that was hanging round her neck, and she offers it to you. This is the key to the safe. It has tonight's prize money in there. You need to keep that safe. Do you understand?
Yes, I will guard it as my own life, and I put it on and kind of tuck it inside my shirt.
And now to my second gift. She steps up to the balcony and looks down at the throngs there. Is there anyone at the bar who looks familiar to you?
Follow her glance down to the bar.
And Camilla is there at the bar, surrounded by reporters and well-wishers and extremely handsome men and women all vying for her attention.
Oh, yes, Camilla, I didn't even recognize her.
She has changed greatly. She is a star in this very dark world. She is a flower in a garden of roses. I remember when you were children and you both sat on my lap and how you would play. I thought you may wish to spend some time with her now that she is back in the city again. I hope you do not mind me inviting her here tonight.
Of course not. It's lovely to see her again, and having someone of her caliber here can only improve the opening.
Doesn't it just? You know, when you were children, your father and I thought that eventually you two may marry and bring us children. How your father longed for that day. Well, some things are to be and some things are not to be. And she looks at you and she's trying to get a read of how the idea of marriage to Camilla, sorry, I keep on getting the names wrong, Camilla, actually sits with you.
Domingo looks completely blindsided by it, as if it had never occurred to him, and he clearly forgot that his parents had been shipping them when they were kids.
There is plenty of time to get to know her again. She's back in the city. We are having dinner on Saturday. I was thinking to invite her. What do you think, Roberto? An old time get-together, like we used to have in the old days.
It will be like familia once again.
Then it is decided. We will have dinner together at my hacienda. Now, if you will excuse me, I may not be the bright star that Valencia is, but I am still the queen here, and a queen must descend amongst the masses. And she turns and walks away, and as she's walking, her cane comes down and catches a little bit of the glass that Angel is trying to pick up, and it crushes slightly. Oh, I'm so sorry, child.
Never you mind. Doña Luna.
Do not worry about that for now. I'm sure there are other things that you must do. And she walks away and walks through the office, and you can see her going down the grand staircase, leaving you three on the platform alone.
I'm very glad that she didn't see that I cut my hand on a piece of glass when she mentioned that Domingo was to marry Camilla.
So we have 10 minutes left of tonight's game. Is there a scene anyone would like to frame as we go into our epilogue for tonight?
Yeah, I want to go talk to Roberto now that he is by himself up on the balcony.
And I do want to catch the chief before he is gone.
Okay, excellent.
And I want to overhear something.
All right, Valencia, shall we do ours?
Yeah, so I'm gonna start by doing a flashback as I walk up the stairs. As I'm walking up the stairs, we're gonna flash back to my fabricating a piece of evidence.
Oh, shocking. Shocking.
So I'm gonna spend I'll actually spend 3 stress on this to give me a +3 to that roll.
Okay.
And that is an 8 + 3 gets me to 11. So on a hit, I have pulled it off.
Excellent. So,
and on a 10+, I take +1 forward when acting on this.
Brilliant. So set the scene. What is it? What do we see you fabricating?
We see I am at the local hospital with the chief of police, and he is kind of, arms crossed with like a thuggish looking officer there standing over, someone from the hospital, and they're going through the records. And the whatever poor young woman who is like, just in like a whatever, like a, like hospital administrator's uniform, she pulls the folder out and she says, this one. And the police chief flips it open and shows it to me, and I nod and say, yes, that's it. And we close the folder, and so I am walking up to where Roberto is there.
Excellent.
And I've got my glass of wine, and I say, lovely so far, don't you think?
It is quite the triumph.
But it all feels, do you ever feel like perhaps it might be slipping away?
Well, Senor Valencia, no, I do not feel that way.
And I set the glass down, and I snap my fingers, and my driver, appears from around the corner and walks up, and she's got a little envelope that she just hands to me. And I nod, and she disappears back around the corner. And I say, what if I were to tell you that little speech of hers that she just made, referring to her talking to Domingo, was just a fantasy?
I guess I'm a little surprised that you knew about. What do you mean?
And I hold up. Well, let's just say like I came in as she was going down, and so I.
Oh, right. I mean, and it could be that you had your driver over here again. Yeah. I mean, there's all kinds of reasons.
What what if this whole elaborate what if her dear boy, what if that was all just an elaborate fantasy? And I hold up the envelope, and I take one of my long lacquered nails, and I slide it along, and I use it like a letter opener, and I hand you a folded birth certificate that indicates that
Domingo?
Valencia.
sorry. That indicates that Isabella is not actually Domingo's mother.
And at that point, the teenage daughter will roll her eyes because you are meddling so much. Oh, no, her again. We want to see Domingo.
So take an XP for that.
All right.
Oh my. Valencia, you do seem to have sunk your claws into something juicy this time.
Perhaps, but she does seem besotted with the boy, whether perhaps she's convinced herself that her womb could have produced something so fine. I understand her desire for that. But this is...
Valencia, what do you intend to do with this? And I find it hard to believe that Isabella would have fully convinced herself that she did not have a child. Shh, that means there's actually a Luna heir out there we don't know about.
Or perhaps not. We don't know. All we know is that that young man is not her son. And I'm content to just let that, just having thrown that into the mix and then just let that be a scene.
Can I just make my move?
Yeah,
so
please.
Absolutely. Maybe I did overhear it. So, no, that's the wrong character sheet. I'm here. So I worked. My questions for this is keys to the castle when I'm going about my business and happen to overhear something. Questions are, do we work here? Yes, I work here. Am I dressed to blend in? I don't know. I mean, I look like all
you
the
absolutely
other...
are.
Yeah. You're dressed like a member of staff. Also, are you in over your head?
Yes, probably.
So that would be a +3.
Wow. That's just such a good question. Bit. Oh God, I've got a 9 and it's about my love, I guess. Can I pull that into things? Because it's about him?
I'd say yes.
When I'm acting to strengthen the relationship, yeah, well, I don't know. I'm content to go with a 9.
Okay.
So let me, yeah.
So on a hit, you get away, but someone saw you. Pick who and give them leverage.
Ooh, who saw me? Maybe I think Roberto did. Roberto, damn it.
Yeah, I like that.
So how do you frame that? Is that? I think. Is that he sees you through the windows and in the office, or
they're still on the balcony, right?
That's right, yes.
And I just put away the shards of the broken glass, and I was behind, I think, a column or something, and I was listening. And when the bomb went off and Valencia was still like, oh, this is a great thing, I couldn't help but move a little because I was shocked, really shocked at that. And I think Roberto, he saw that there was somebody there, and when he watched afterwards, he saw that it was me. And you get leverage, Roberto.
Excellent, thank you.
My pleasure.
Okay, so Roberto, you wanted a scene with the police chief.
Yeah.
We're technically at time, but we can still do that scene if
I'll keep it super fast.
Okay.
I think that this is, we're seeing people drifting out. It's late. The chief has, I've arranged for him to come up as he's cashed out his chips. He's gotten his big winnings. And he comes up to my office. I take it the tables were kind to you.
Ah, yes. The tables were very kind to me.
Mm. I hope we'll see you more often. Our tables are always welcoming to members of the constabulary.
I think it is fair to say that I would spend some time here, yes.
Mm.
Hmm.
Of course, as is traditional, guests generally also provide presents for their hosts.
Hmm.
I am interested. Valencia Morales has tremendous funds. Her husband, as far as I know, did not manage his money very well. It makes me wonder where all of this wealth came from.
That is a very interesting question. Sabine, I'm just muting you for a second. That is a very interesting question.
Perhaps you would be so kind as to investigate, look into this. I'm sure that I can arrange a judge that will give you free rein to go through her finances.
I'm sure that an audit is due at some point.
I would think so. And, well, afterwards, well, can we imagine how much taxes have been evaded? How much the state would be owed?
It is treasonous not to pay your taxes.
Oh,
I've always said so, and I cannot stand traitors.
Indeed. It seems we're on the same page then. Should I roll or?
Yes, I think that. Yeah, I think you need to roll at this point, and that is me going to the wrong blooming sheet again. Sorry.
So demand what I deserve. Does
That's
that
right.
sound right?
Yep, that's it. That is indeed.
All right.
Do you have any?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, I was going to say, do you have any moves that actually come into this?
I could have it be where it looks like I'm threatening him, but I don't know. I think I'm working away from the threat at the moment.
Okay.
He's getting carrot rather than stick. Let's see. Offering something of value. I think I've already bribed him once tonight and offering more.
I'd agree, yes.
I have +1 coming off of my setting up the plan.
Yeah.
For my flashback. But I don't think he loves me, does he?
Oh, no. I think far from it.
Okay. So it looks like I'm going with a +2.
You also get your question, don't you?
Oh, that's right. I do, don't I? Let's see here. Where is that?
That is on the character. It's on the character keeper, which for El Jefe.
Oh, yes.
Are you taking control of the situation? I think yes. You would definitely taking control of this situation. So
Cool.
at this, yes, I think you get an additional +1 for that.
Cool. All right. Ugh. I got a 6.
Okay. Yes.
And I definitely think that the abuela would have gasped, just no, that he's like gonna bring the full weight of the government down on her hero Valencia. So
do I get to gasp? But yes, gaspy.
Yes.
Gasp.
yeah.
So gain a XP for that.
Thank you.
And he goes, yes. I think an audit is certainly deserved. And the camera follows him outside, and he gets into his Rolls Royce. He sits in the back. Camera looks at him as he takes out his phone. Manuel, pull Mr. Ronaldo's tax records.
Oh. horses! Damn you, dice!
And he closes the phone because it's a flip phone because reasons. And I think it cuts to the back of the car, and the car is pulling out through these golden gates. And as the gates come in, the gates close behind the car, and there's a sound as the gates close, and there's a as the roulette wheel stops, and it goes black, and we go to credits. So yes, that is the first session of As the Wheel Spins. Sorry, The Wheel Always Spins. I think that was a cracking session, if I'm totally honest. I really enjoyed that. If people have time, do people have time for stars? Okay. So I'm going to go in the order left to right on the screen. Jim, do you have any stars you'd like to give?
I want to start with a star for Sabine for jumping right on our safety tools and using them and making sure that there was a situation where it wasn't clear what was going on, and for her like stopping the game right there just to make, and speaking up. That's great. And that was like, I hope people watch this video and see how she did that, because that's how you do that. And that was just really, and I was glad that I got interrupted. I was glad you stopped, and I was glad that we were able to completely clear that up, because there might have been other people, like people watching the video might have been confused about that until we hit that point. So that's definitely my big star for the game was that we saw the safety tools work exactly like they're supposed to, and I was really happy about that.
Brilliant, thank you. And Ryan, do you have any stars you'd like to give out?
I mean, my standard thing is like constellations of stars for everyone. But definitely a star for how Jim is playing Valencia, because I was like, no, she's scheming and terrible. And I'm going, well, if I'm going by the abuela, then, but she's my hero, and she's gonna win. And I look forward to seeing that illusion shatter, or maybe carry through the whole show. I don't even know. And Sabine is, as usual, awesome, and I am loving playing off Angel. And if you get XP every time I say Pobrecita, then oh my goodness, you're gonna level up like 6 times next session, because he is so in over his head. And Tyler is always awesome, and it is fun to see you play a super scheming dude. The scene between, man, those last 2 scenes, both the "we should audit Valencia" and the "but Isabella is not Domingo's mother. Oh no, what is his true parentage?" It was amazing. I like how both of you just launched right onto the super melodramatic revelations, perfectly fitting with the tone of this. I'm so psyched. Thanks, Gerwin, for posting this. You can have stars all around. So, I got a chance to play it. It was fun.
Thank you. Sabine, do you have any stars you'd like to give out?
Yeah, I got some. So, yeah, stars for everyone. Stars to everyone who was so understanding, because I misunderstood the situation, but you were also cool about it. And I think that's exactly what the safety tools are about, that we all talk to each other and clear things up when somebody is like, wait, that is weird. I like that. So thanks to all of you, and stars to all of you. And then there are the additional stars. They have a different color, I guess. To you, Gervin, for setting this up and for bringing this cinematic view to the scene. I love that. And to Tyler for being such a oh my god, but he's so good looking. And Valencia, that reveal, that was awesome, exactly how it was supposed to go. And now I'm playing Angel, who really, really likes Domingo, and the teenage girl who is totally in love with him. But it's different, I think.
In which case, I think Domingo should have actually had some XP out of that then, if that's the case.
Yeah, I think I told him to.
Yeah, I marked 1 because Sabine said 2.
Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. So that's brilliant, Sabine. Thank you. And Tyler, any stars to give out?
Oh, absolutely. Sabine, I love Angel's kind of, drive, this, I pushing towards this love, the concern. I love it. The ideas that came from you of the heist, just, all of that ended up being so good for us to play on. It was marvelous. Ryan, I like Domingo. I just think the character's cool and wonderful, and now we've heard these shocking grab your pearls sort of revelations about him. I can't wait to learn more and to see you playing what is basically a pretty nice guy caught in a really unfortunate situation is a lot of fun. I mean, it's just you're carrying it really well. And Jim, to have someone to fence with is fantastic. I think there's, we have the romance going on from the other two, and to see the just bare knuckle boxing of what the two of us are going at makes such a nice dichotomy of what's, what the stories are and how that drama is supposed to be. So thank you for being there, and I'm just toe to toe. It's wonderful. And Garwin, the tone of this, the feel of it is perfect. It's immaculate. I'm enjoying it the way the patience you're having with me. I appreciate, because I don't know the system. The way you gave out the information for, the setup and everything was really phenomenal. But the casino, you've just brought it alive. These NPCs, the way that everybody's coming in. I mean, it was a picture in the mind. It was so well done. Excellent, excellent, excellent.
Thank you. As everyone said, stars all round. This has been an excellent session from my point of view, and everyone's played in hard into the character roles. And I've just got so much love for everyone here. Jim, oh my god, I can't say it any more melodramatically than that. I love that twist. I love that. I'm going to be playing into that so hard next time.
That's telenovela stuff, man. That's how it happens. That's how you do it.
And you've had just the right tone all the way through. And I think actually having someone who's played the game before to actually help me with the rules, because this is my first time running it. Thank you. That's been such a great help.
Yeah, and absolutely let me underline like 3 times. If it's ever too much, just tell me to zip it, and I will. But like I said, having played before, hopefully it I'm trying to do it when it's helpful and when it enhances the game. Like if we're just like when there is moves for stuff, to remind just to speak up and remind that there's moves for that stuff. So.
And thank you. I really appreciate it. Like I say, this is a new system to me, and I'm slowly picking it up, but I'm loving what I'm seeing. I'm absolutely loving it. Ryan. Domingo is such a sweetheart. He's such the dutiful son, and I think I can only say that as high praise for him. He's not had a bad word to say to anyone during this. You didn't even snap at the staff member that dropped all those expensive crystal flutes, which if I'd been playing, I would have had some harsh words. So you're a better person than me. Let's put it like that. Domingo is definitely a better person than me. But such a tangled, twisted life. I'm loving to see some of those threads come apart. Sabine. The employee is always one of the difficult roles to play, because in a lot of games they're not really tied into the basic structure. I think you've actually keyed in on exactly what the employee is supposed to be doing. They're the everyman character. They're the one who's going back and forth between things which are all out of their league, and they're just desperately trying to hold on. But they're also the ones that get those dramatic reveals. They're the ones that are in the background while the 2 other characters are having that conversation. And they very much play an information game as a result of that. and I think you've played into that just right. I think that's going to set you up really well going forward. And Tyler, oh Tyler, I'm not used to you playing a bad guy. I'm not used to you playing a quote unquote villain. To me, you're just a cuddly teddy bear. That's a revelation to me.
Dude, you got to play in one of his Monster of the Week games that he runs sometime.
I
Because
would
that
love-
was my first experience playing with Tyler. So it
to be fair, if I ever see a game go up and it has the name Tyler Lomiak on it, I jump. I don't even look at the time. I jump, I sign up, and then I figure out afterwards whether I can play it or not. And yeah, man, you're one of my favorite people on the Gauntlet, and there's a reason for that.
Thank
you're
you.
such a good player. You're such a good friend, and I'm just so happy that you can be involved in this. So yes, stars all round. So we have a game next week. I have to go away and actually think about what I'm going to do now because there's so much on. There's so many plates spinning at the moment. We didn't quite get the robbery tonight, so that plate's still spinning as well. I think I'm going to have to go back and watch this a few times, if for no other reason than I just want to watch this again anyway.
there's the hit on Domingo.
Exactly. Yes. So.
Oh my god, it could be Camilla who's setting this up.
What a horrific idea. Where's my notepad?
So if I gasp in horror because Sabine said something, who marks XP?
Sabine does, not the character.
We all do.
But thank you for playing tonight, and I look forward to seeing you all next week.
Thank you so much, Garwin.
Okay, so I'm just going to end the broadcast.